watching the replay back of when something might have happened. Looks like maybe when Alawan has booted the ball away, might have caught on the follow through it. Nori looking back at it, I'm not too sure. He's back up to his feet, and from myself, a neutral point of view, and I'm sure more importantly for Algeria, they'll hope that he can stay on the field of play. I want to watch him as well, a great player to watch. Very attacking minded fullback. As I say, it hasn't really worked in Manchester, but they played at Wolves, given the licence of the left hand side. It was absolutely fantastic. Jordan with a bit of possession. Taha on the left, back to Al Arab, the central of the three centre backs. Nassib to the right of him, and Abu Dahab to the left. There's a number 4 on the ball. Jordan playing some good stuff. Right hand side, Nassib into Haddad, the skipper. Centrally to Nazir. And Algeria just for the moment sitting back. It's over 17 minutes played. They've been quite intense with the press so far, so maybe just having 5 minutes or so of that, just getting the breath back, maybe sitting and looking to hit on the counter a bit more. Poor pass, one in the middle, Zerouki. It's a little bit too slow to hit on the counter, if you will, as he does hold possession. Back to Ben Sabari. In under 20 minutes played, and a lot of possession so far for Algeria. Very heavy possession so far. Really waiting for that first chance to appear, it has to be said. Ball from right to left, trying to use that overlap that Nori is providing at every occasion. Tries to float it into the middle there, looking for Mahrez, who would come more centrally. The goalkeeper's good, well reading of the play from Naylor. Comes out, wins the ball well. Rolls it into the feet of Taha, plays it long down the left hand side, looking for Al Mahdi. He can't come away with it. It's a nice header won in the air by Amandi. And now Algeria looking to go away from right to left swiftly. Mazza, so creative. There's the Algerian midfielder. It is still almost a 4-3-3. He's not given all the licence to get further forward as an attacking midfielder, but on the left hand side he's given a bit more freedom, it has to be said. Zerouki into Boudayi. Ball over the top, looking for Mahrez. Too much on it. Into the arms of the welcoming Abu Lalit, the goalie for Jordan. Balls it out to Nassib, who looks to go long for Tamari. Ben Sabari reads it ever so well. He gets in front of the man, and he has a free header to win. Ball over the top here for Mahrez. Is he onside? Lovely first touch. Gets it caught underneath his feet. It was well defended by Abdu Wahab. The flag stayed down as well. Love to see it back. It was a lovely ball over the top. It's one of them where I think if it's onside, he's timed it to perfection. Has the Algerian skipper. I know a shot didn't come from it, but in terms of a created chance, that could have been a big one. As we all know, Mahrez has had a magical first touch, and that's exactly what he had. His second one, though, not magical at all, as he got it caught underneath his feet. That is easily the biggest near chance of the game. Here come Algeria down the left hand side. Mazza has got it. Nori more centrally, pokes it forward for him. He leaves it. Strike comes in, blocked away. That's Sauce. Shaibi more centrally. Hit Nuri, just let it roll through his legs. Lovely piece of play from the fullback, knowing exactly where his teammates are. It was straight at the goalkeeper. I think the keeper would have had it dealt with and saved, but it was blocked before the keeper could get involved. So no shot on target for Fares Chaibi, but what a piece of play. Watching the strike back from Mahrez, he is onside. Ball and run is timed to perfection. As I say, brings it down out of the San Francisco sky ever so well. He does, Mahrez. But then his second touch, he gets over the ball, never really reclaims it, doesn't get a shot away. And it's well defended by Abu Dahab to get back in the end, it has to be said, but someone of the quality of Riyad Mahrez, I was expecting him to take a touch, and I think this is what he wanted to do, get it out of his feet, go for a strike, and that never came to fruition. The referee is just having a word with Hassan Haddad, the Jordan skipper. Quite clearly not happy with something. Looked like him and Nuri were having a few words with something. I'm not quite too sure. Whatever has happened, well, Ben Sabani, a few kick-ups and boots it back to the goalie, and Jordan will get possession once again. 22 minutes on the clock. A warm welcome if you are joining. Independent, unofficial, off-tube studio commentary of this Group J clash in San Francisco. It's Jordan 0, Algeria 0. Forward comes Jordan. Strike comes in very wide on the right-hand side. Ali all one. Straight at the goalie. Lucas Zidane, and now they've had a few shots on target, has to be said, from angles you'd expect the goalkeeper to have them, but perhaps that's won't have a strike at the keeper, see what he's all about. Again, a few mistakes in the first game, possibly, from the Algerian shot stopper. Nori, Marzon, lovely turn and touch, dinks it over the top looking for Mahrez. Can he get on the end of it? No, he can't. Well defended by the duo of Taha and Abu Dahab. But Marza, he's starting to get involved a little bit more. It was him on the left-hand side. We played that ball back into Nori, who left it for Chaibi. And trying on the right side to win it. Nori wins it well. Fizzes one into the box. Belghali's going to keep the attack alive on the right side. Decent clearance from Lizar. Right back for Algeria has it. Ball tinked over the top. He's going to get on the end of it here is Guiri. To Belghali. Algeria, when they do find that pass, the left-hand side, they look electric. It's almost, again, very left-hand side heavy, but then Mahrez is still, you'd have to say, let's be fair here, the main man. There's a former. That's it, Nori's gone down, holding his left knee. He's already been down, of course, so his race might have been run. With 23.5 minutes closing in on 24. I don't know if the referee's going to call. Yes, he is. So the call for the hydration break. Anyway, I don't know if Nori was aware of that. I'm thinking, well, if I go down, the hydration break is going to be called. I can get some medical attention. So far, the biggest half chance again falling for Mahrez, who couldn't get it caught underneath his feet, and maybe the best created chance was the strike that was blocked away a few moments ago from Fares Chaibi, just right on the edge of the area. Wasn't an easy chance, but so far we've had 5 shots in the game, 3 for Jordan, 2 for Algeria, 2 shots on target, both coming from Jordan. They were shots outside the area though. And I know everyone loves a bit of XG, but a 0.06 combination for them, so not the most creative chances. Watch this replay back, and it's what a ball it is from Bird Aye. And Mahrez, again, it's a beautiful first touch. What we know Mahrez for, brings it down out of the San Francisco sky, and he tries to take a touch with his left foot. It's about he just misses the touch, if you will, so then as he tries to take it down, it almost is underneath him, tries to carry on. In the end, it's defended well, and Abu Dahab tried to play him on offside, who stepped up, and that's why Mahrez was so far on. Does get back and get a touch on it, because Mahrez was close to still pulling his right boot back and getting a strike off. So far, a heavy possession game. As I said, this is what Algeria play. They are a heavy possession side, 76% give or take for the Phoenix. So a lot of possession so far. Ben Sibani is, of course, with his hydration break. A warm welcome if you are joining. You're not missing anything at the moment in the current hydration break in the first half here at the San Francisco Stadium. Nuri was down going into it. Ben Sabani, he's back up, but he was on the sideline in the dugout area, if you will. Sat down, crouched over as well. And even Petkovic, Algerian boss, was having a few words. Can you go? What's the injury problem? I'm already looking at maybe Nuri having to come off before the restart. Maybe we'll have to wait and see what his rest of the game and maybe the rest of the tournament comes for the fullback. It is Jordan 0, Algeria 0. In Group J again, I think for Jordan, it's the first time ever in this tournament. They scored their first ever goal as well in a 3-1 loss to Austria. They could get their first ever clean sheet and first ever point. Context of it, you've got to say that's a win for Jordan. So Algeria, they'll be doing everything in their powers to come away with all 3 points. We are back underway. I believe there's been any substitutions, especially when looking at said Nuri and Ben Sabani. Ben Sabani is on the ball now. Mandy. Rebel Khalid. Radai. Mahrez moving it a little bit quicker and swifter here. Algeria. Fizzed into the feet of Mahrez. Lovely first touch and out to the right hand side. Belkhali back to Mahrez. Ball into the box. Takes a deflection off of Al-Rairabt for a corner kick. Second of the game. Second for Algeria. It will be from the far side once again, so I can only assume it will be a out swinger. From Mahrez, comes in, too much on it. Guerri will keep it in play. Lovely ball over the top to Marza. Back to Guerri, cuts inside, edge of the area, pulls it back. It's straight at the goalkeeper. First shot on target for Algeria. It was important they got that one. Great play again, that left hand side, so dangerous for Algeria. That is where they are creating all of the danger. Ball forward, brought down superbly by Al Mahdi. Has it on the left hand side. Cuts back in, down the byline now, ball into the box, looking for Al-Alwan. Headed away strongly by Ben Sebani. It had to as well. Looking to take this throw in rather quickly on the left hand side. Nizar. Back to Taha. Jordan did the force all the way back, but nearly something coming there. It has to be said. Ball from the goalkeeper, swung to the left hand side. Was that last off of Boudaye? It was, so another throw-in coming up for Jordan. Algeria, all the pressure is on them and Vladimir Petkovic. Their fifth time in this tournament, first time since 2014 as well. Only 1-2, Alawan to El Haddad, and maybe the skipper wants a free kick. Instead it was left off his left heel. The official gives the throw-in for Algeria. Well, that's poor for Ben Sabani. Gets it caught underneath his feet, and to avoid any further danger just has to punt it out of play. Or a throw-in. Sib takes it short. Back heel over the top looking for Al-Alwan. Another throw-in, another poor clearance from Nori. Sib once again very quickly looking for options. Tamari lets it roll across his body. Well defended there from Zaruki on the edge of his area. Keeps the play alive. Back it goes to Mandy. Again, heavy possession so far for Algeria. Just over half an hour played. It is Jordan 0, Algeria 0. Independent off-tube studio commentary of this Group J clash. Algeria still have the ball. Mandy trying to pick up a bit of pace and drive it forward. Plays it to Belkhali. It's a poor pass, and now the full-back's out of position. Lovely touch and turn from Al Mahdi, driving down the left-hand side. Is he caught there? Yes, he is. It will be a foul, and it will be a free kick there. Bit of a one for the team, taking one for the team, if you will, there from Zaruki. Lovely turn from Al Mahdi. chops it back, and Zaruki just reads it a second too late. The ball's gone, and it's a man down, so it will be on very wide on the left-hand side. A free kick opportunity here for Jordan. But they take the lead here in match day 2 of Group J. Looks like it'll be Haddad possibly to take this one. He's got his eyes firmly focused on it, as well as Nizar. Well, he's taken short, now floated into the back sticks, looking for Al Arab, too much on it. I believe the defender maybe got a touch on it, I'm not 100% sure. Nizar Al Arab down for a moment now, he's back up to his feet. As well out of play, that will be a goal kick for Algeria. This is approaching maybe even 80% of possession at the moment. Mandy on the right hand side to Belghali. Back in the middle to Aboud Aye. And Sibali to it. No, it looks like he's recovered from whatever knock that the fullback must have had. Of course, he went down earlier, and then just as we were going into the hydration break, went down again. Back to Zidane. The ball over the top here looking for Mahrez. He's found. Can he get on the end of it? Nods it forward. Gets on the end of it. And it's just wide. But does it take a deflection? Or was it saved? It was. It will be a corner for Algeria. Again. Boudaoui, the man finding Mahrez over the top. Not for the first time. Again. That time he was able to bring it down and get a shot away. Will be a corner from the near side, with Ibrahim Mazza to take. They want to take it quickly and short, so the referee said no, we've got to get set. He will take it short though to Nuri. Mazza, a nice underlapping run there. Still has it. Nuri looks to knock it forward to Mazza, but I'll have to see a replay of that opportunity there for Mahrez. Definitely the biggest chance of this game so far. Throwing wide on the left-hand side, very high. Itnuri, 1-2. Guiri back to Itnuri through the legs of his opponents. It's gone down. I think the referee is going to give the free kick for Jordan, not a penalty for Algeria. I don't think Itnuri was asking for the penalty. I just think he lost his balance. Watch it back. It was a lovely first touch. Puts it through the legs of Nassib. Nassib is stretching for the ball. The question is, does he catch him? From first watching, I thought that he didn't catch it. No, watch a replay of it now. I'm still not sure if he catches him. VAR might be having a look at it, but I will say there's probably that old saying, there's not enough for the VAR to overturn and disagree with the referee, Slavko Vincic, this evening. But again, at left-hand side, Itnuri, Mazza, Chaibit and Guiri there. Striker, he's almost very left-hand side heavy, leaving Mahrez on an island on the right side in the best way. When Mahrez is on the ball, players get over there to help him out, but it's almost you guys occupy that left-hand side. Kind of stretches the pitch for Mahrez as well, you'd have to say. Played away. And tennis in the middle looking for possession. Nassib will come away with it. Up to the right hand side to Haddad. Ball down the line looking for Tamari. Tamari trying to get there. Cuts inside. Ben Sabani, does he hold him off? I thought he did. Referee says no. I thought it was great play from Tamari. Would have been a dangerous free kick as well. Algeria win the ball. Trying to play off. That's terrible playing out from the back there. Tamari looks for a 1-2. Taha will get on the end of it. Wider than he would have liked. Ball into the box. Tamari makes a meal of it. Strike comes in. It's poked in the back of the net. And it's Nizar Al Rashdan making history for Jordan. Their first ever goal in this competition was in the 3-1 loss to Austria. Well, they've taken the lead with their second ever goal. What a moment for Jamal Salami's side. Vladimir Petkovic, he can't believe it. He looks absolutely stunned on the sidelines. Great play on the left-hand side. It was a poor ball from Zerouki, trying to go from left to right. And Jordan, well, they took advantage of this expanded tournament. Only one half of their qualifying games. They won't be here in the normal edition, if you will, of this competition. Left hand side to Har with the ball. Tarami makes a meal of it, and Lizard just trying to get there with the outside of his right boot, just kind of pokes it at goal. Zidane gets a fingertip on it. Again, you'd have to say maybe questions of the goalkeeper on the back of a few mistakes against Argentina, but what a moment for Jordan. That is, as I said, history made in the opener against Austria with their first ever goal in the competition. History made with their second. They take the lead. What a moment this could be. Look, we've got a long way to go. That goal went in around the 36-minute mark. Is Al Rashdan. What a moment for Jordan. They lead, of course, with the stoppage time we're going to get due to the hydration break and that goal. We're looking at 37.5 minutes on the clock. You're looking at maybe 10 minutes to go. And look, Algeria look also dangerous whenever they do come forward. But at the moment, what a win this would be. I know Algeria are one of the maybe favoured for this tournament. The big boys, maybe you would say Cape Verde's goalless draw against Spain was a bigger upset. Maybe even the draw against Uruguay as well is a bigger upset. Algeria are on the level of a Spain in terms of favoured for this tournament. But my word, I don't know, maybe Jordan, if they were to see this game out, a long ways to go, I know. Maybe that would be the biggest shock so far. Definitely of the match day 2 games, I would say. But here come Algeria. They win a free kick about 40 yards out in the left half space. Quite very central. Mahrez looks to be the one to take. Might suit a right footer though. He's over it with Shaibi. Looks like it will be Mahrez to take. He's got a left option in it. Nuri. Decent ball into the box. It's a great header away from Al Arab. Poor clearance in the end, and it Nuri wins it. The header was brilliant. The second clearance was sliced up into the air, and it Nuri picked it up. Algeria. It's a long second half, but you have to think that Vladimir Petkovic and these players will want to go into half time. They want to get an equaliser. That's Paul though, picked up by Tahar. Jordan going to come forward. Could they make it 2? Good tackle, showing strength there. Booed out. Belghali picks it up. Mahrez. Some step overs, cuts back inside. Ball over the top for Belghali. Can he get on the end of it? Superb defending there from Aboud Ahab. And then himself, Al Arab and Lazib, they celebrate as if they've scored themselves. Again, watching this opportunity, it's a great ball from Boudaoui, looking for the run of Mahrez. It's a lovely touch first down with his header. He gets on the end of it, he's stretching. He shot his goal bound, looking to make it 1-0 at the time, of course, but Bou Layela with a massive save. And considering they didn't score too long after, less than 5 minutes later. And there's here Al Rashdan with the first goal of this game to give them the lead. Again, it was a good finish. Almost just a reactionary finish. Just you're right footed, you're trying to get there, you're reaching, you just kind of toe poke it, stab it at goal. As I say, what a moment this tournament's always brings up absolute crackers and superb games, but this one so far has been absolutely superb. Some great quality, maybe lacking in the final third, but I think Jordan have defended superbly. You can't take that away from a team if you're going to defend and defend well. Algeria trying to move through the gears though. You'd have to say maybe they throw one too many players forward, and Jordan can hit on a counter attack, and might do that here. The goal scorer finds Tarami. He's got on the right hand side and overlapping Haddad. He's going to get on the end of it. He's going to swing an early ball into the box. Tarami's there. Was it last off of him? Might have been outreached left leg from Ben Sibani. Regardless, Zidane has picked the ball up. Well, he's picked the ball up. He's got the ball on his feet and made sure the ball stayed in play. By his scrambling to the ball, it would suggest, at least to me, that it was last off the Algerian defender, so would have been trickling out for a corner. 42 minutes on the clock. Warm welcome if you are joining. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. This Group J clash. Jordan 1, Algeria 0, a 37th minute strike from Nizar. Al Rashdan, the difference maker, watching back as well. This ball into the box where Tamari doesn't get on the end of it, doesn't really work his body as he would really like it. Might have been just offside, and watching the replay back, the linesman did put his flag up, so it wouldn't have counted either way. This first half, well, sometimes these games are, just because of the teams involved, looked down upon, I think, at this tournament. It's been one of the better games I've watched so far at this tournament, and I couldn't tell you a game I haven't watched. There's been a lot to watch this summer. Quick counter attack. That's going to be another offside from Al1. Obviously, he didn't get that goal to give them the lead, but he did score their first ever goal, of course. It's Austria looking at the attempts at goal. 6 for Jordan, 4 for Algeria. 3 on target for Jordan, only 2 for Algeria. Nuriel looking to poke it forward there for Chaibi. Lovely run forward there. It's going to be brought back. It's going to be a first yellow card of the game as well, in the way of Algeria. And I do believe it is Ramiz Zerouki. Lovely, powerful run from the goal scorer, Nizar. He's just brought down. We're very cynical. There's no need for it either, just because he's driving through the heart of midfield, but it's not like he's driving through a goal for a one-on-one or a counter-attack. And Jordan are just going to keep the ball, keep it simple. 1-0 up. Let's see it into half-time and go from there is maybe the mentality from the leaders. Ball forward. Almadi comes away with it. Back to the left-hand side to Tahar, and possession is with Jordan. They're looking confident now. Couple of 1-2s. Edge of the area, ball in behind, looking for All-1. Oh, it comes off his hand. That is so unlucky. He took a touch into the penalty area, and it just bobbled as he takes that touch, and it comes off his elbow more than anything. That would have been a one-on-one. They're on the block. I know it's cliche, but goals bring confidence and they bring calmness, if you will, and it's exactly what Jordan have had on the ball. They're happy to knock it around, they're happy to keep possession. Whereas earlier on, the first half an hour or so, very frantic. Algeria. You hear it. It's a poor pass, and well, now Algeria are committing bodies forward. It does mean there is more opportunities for Jordan to get in behind and use the space. Tamari. He does go back to his defender anyway. We have played 45 minutes, and there's going to be another 5 to go as well. What a first half story this is. Jordan 1, Algeria 0. From San Francisco in Group J. Swung to Tahar, who plays it to the feet of Almadi. He's going to win a throw-in as well. Last off over the centre-back, Mandi. Looks like it's going to be possibly a long throw-in or an attempt for it. Plays it into the feet. Oh, Volwan gets underneath. It goes for the bobbling volley. Just outside the area. You see that they're getting on top, of course, now. Jordan, I think they're looking really, really good at the moment. Ben Sabani bringing the ball out of defence, looking for an option. Ignore it. This would be a real disappointment for Algeria. Said coming into this game, Petkovic. 36 games, 23 wins, 8 draws, 5 losses. They're looking down the barrel of a 6 loss for the Swiss boss. And you'd probably say, unless a miracle happens, they'll be out of the tournament. They won't be making it to the knockout rounds this summer. Zaruki, the yellow carded midfielder. That's a nice pass to Ignore, but again, he needs some support. He's kept that width, but there's no one there. That's a nice 1-2. Ignore will just keep it in for later. He won't. The idea was there. 1-2 between himself and Chaibe, but the pass back to him was so poor. It's got to be better there, because if they did, they were driving into the left-hand side of the penalty area. Watching back the referee's cam of this goal, and Tamari just gets it all wrong with a left-footed stretch. A lovely ball into the box from Tahar, and he just swings our left boot and it comes away with nothing of it, if you will. It's a terrible strike from the Jordan number 10. Kind of saving his blushes, because it would have been a really big opportunity. You have to look back at it if he would have missed that. And let's just say, Nazir hasn't made that ball into the run as Nizar. You're looking at, the defender of Algeria, what a big chance that could have been for Tamari. Well, thankfully his midfielder was sat supporting and driving forward. And made it a 1-0. 3 minutes of the 5 of stoppage time have been played. Sabani to Mandy, and further wide to Belik Halit. Mahrez on the right hand side. Again, he's not been involved nowhere near as much as Algeria will have wanted. Switching the play from right to left. Lovely pick out for Nori. Lovely chest control. Tries to dink it over the top of Tamari. He's well defended. He's doubled up. Does so well though to come away with the ball in the end. And Dad just has to clear it, and what a clearance it is. He just clears it but dinks it off of the boot of it near it. Coming into half time, into the last minute of stoppage time. What a big 15 minutes for Vladimir Petkovic and co coming up. On one does well, holds it up, wins a throw in and guides his team further up the pitch. Petkovic, the Swiss-born manager, he's looking got a great poker face because he doesn't look very worried. Tamara, lovely touch through the legs of Ben Sibani, but then there's too many white jerseys back defending to pick out a pass, well intercepted. And, well, Haddad there, the skipper, just holding his man. And they win a free kick to Algeria, trying to take it quick. They've got less than 30 seconds of the 5 to go until half time. Can they find some late drama to finish off this first 45 minutes in San Francisco, or will Jordan take a surprising and history-making 1-0 lead into half-time? Well, they want a free kick there. They're not going to get it, Algeria. One well in the middle by Al-Uraud. And they just clear it long, looking for the run of Olawan out for a throw. And Algeria take it quickly, but the goalkeeper has it, and that means the half-time whistle has been blown by Slavko Vincic. What a first 45 minutes. Algeria on top with possession. They didn't create any real clear-cut chances. And then Nizar Al-Rashdan with his first goal in this competition, only the second ever for his country, Jordan. And going into half-time, they take a 1-0 lead. They lead for the first time ever in this tournament. History-making first 45 minutes. What will the next 45 minutes hold? It's a big 15-minute break for Algeria. Because at half-time they're 1-0 down. Half-time at San Francisco in Group J. It is Jordan 1, Algeria 0. It's a warm welcome back to this evening's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from the San Francisco Stadium in Group J, Match Day 2, as Jordan take on Algeria. And at the moment we're in for a bit of a shock, it has to be said, as it is Jordan 1, Algeria 0. Thanks to a goal in the 36th minute from Nizar Al-Rashdan. Ball into the box on the left-hand side from Taha. Tamari went for it, absolutely scuffed his strike. It'll go down as his assist though. And at the back sticks, Nizar was there to just poke it home realistically, stretching to get there. Maybe the goalkeeper could have done better, but a shock is on the cards here. No doubt about it in Group J. Twice Riyad Mahrez got in behind, springing the offside trap. One time he got it all wrong, the second time forced to save out of Abu Ilali, a good one as well. We are underway, all to do for Algeria. I can imagine that was an interesting second half. Going into the second half, I should say, half-time team talk from Vladimir Petkovic. And early on here, Jordan driving down the right-hand side. Al-Wan. When a throw, it doesn't, goes up for Algeria throwing. Apologies to Algeria, with it all to do, you would have to say. All of the pressure is on them. Jordan, it's their first ever time in this competition. They are the ones with it all to unfortunately prove it. As a double change, Ben Bouali and Bentaleb are on. Zerouki and Boudawi are off the field of play, so two substitutions in midfield. Zerouki, of course, was on a yellow card, so you can definitely see as to why that one has been made. The second one, I'm not too sure as to why, but you can understand completely. Maybe it's just more legs in midfield. Of course, Bentaleb was one of the players who made weight coming into this game. The man who now plays his football in France, formerly played in England, so that might be a name that a couple of listeners quite familiar with. Very calm player in the middle of the field, you'd have to say. Ben Bouali as well brings a bit more experience, the 26-year-old. More of a forward though, you'd have to say. Down the right-hand side here with Mazza. Does well to get away from a few defenders, and he wins a corner out of it as well. Perhaps now it is just maybe Bentaleb as a holding player. Maybe a forward two of Guari and Ben Bouali. Mahrez off the right, Shaibi off the left, with perhaps just a midfield two of Bentaleb and Mazza. I'm not too sure. Very attacking for Algeria already. A statement, a substitution with a lot of intention very early on this corner. In the second half, I should say, it will be Jordan going from right to left in the all red. Algeria in all white, left to right. So from the near side, this corner will be swung in by Mahrez. Deep into the box, it falls on the edge of the area. Strike comes in, blocked away. Belkhali, the man who didn't really get a sweet strike on it, but it was on goal. Now from his counter-attack, ball over the top, Tamari, he's going to get on the end of it. It's a foot race, well defended from Aitnouri. Had to get there first. He's already picked up a bit of a knock in the first half. Looks like he has recovered. Ball over the top, Al Mahdi won it. It was a battle of headers between himself and Mahrez. He won the header, and then on the second he saw Tamari making a run, just didn't really pick him out, just tried to hit the ball further away and into the attacker's feet and into his run, into his path. If he could have got on the end of it, would have been perhaps a one-on-one, but Aitnouri, great backtracking, great defending. Al-Wan was driving forward as well. This corner from the near side, Al Mahdi, that's a great cross into the back six keeper as Zidane comes, claims it. That's a good claim, high claim from the Algerian goalkeeper. So quickly then, the 11s, I'll say there were two changes. Jordan Aaron changed up, two for Algeria. Abu Lale is in goal for Jordan. Back three of Nasib Al-Arab and Abdou Ahab. Midfield four of Haddad on the skipper on the right as a wing back, Tahar on the left as a wing back. Al-Arab there and Al-Rashdan, the goal scorer in the middle, with Al-Mahdi, Tamari and Al-Wan forward three. Algeria, Zidane is in goal, the back four of Belkhali, Mandi, Ben Sibani and Aitnouri. Looks to be a midfield now, if you will, of Bentaleb and Mazza, with Chaibi on the left, skipper Mahrez on the right, with Ben Bouali and Guiri as a forward duo. Very attacking, it has to be said. Middle, bit of heading tennis between the two. Ball forward, all one. Great tackle from Benzibani. And Jordan, when it was goalless, she felt like they had something to hold on to defensively with the point they were picking up. I know I've mentioned it a few times, but of course, first time at this tournament for this side. The first game, got the first ever goal with all one against Austria. Now they have their first ever lead in this competition. Mahrez on the right hand side looks to go past what he does. Great feet as per usual, quick, tricky from Mahrez, brought down by Almadi, and this is a dangerous free kick. You'd have to sit there as well and say, possibly could Algeria get that early goal? Maybe that changes things. The longer it goes, more tension, even as a draw it would bring, it has to be said, for Algeria. The pressure is on them. Pressure is on Petkovic and co. But on the right hand side they've got a free kick. Mahrez won it. I'd assume he'll take more set pieces anyway. He's over it with Mazza. I expect, as I say, Mahrez to be the one to take this. Mazza is walking away, so in swinging type delivery coming up for Mahrez. It's fizzed into the box, keeper comes to claim, it's a good punch away. Tamari leaves it, strike comes in outside the area, another good save by the goalkeeper. But I do believe the referee has given a free kick, or perhaps even an offside from that free kick. Might be a foul actually in the area. As Tamari goes down, I think he's already going down. I think he loses his footing. Nearly quite silly there. Pull of the jersey, and the referee for all the action this evening, Slavko Vincic, gives the foul. But two good pieces of goalkeeping there. One to come out from Abu Lali to come out, punch the ball away well. Know you're going to take a hit, but just accept it. And then the second one was a good save. Now Jordan comes down the right hand side. Haddad, ball in behind. Great tackle from Benzibani. Looking at his teammates saying, come on, we need to get figured out almost. We need to figure this game out because they've dominated possession. Having a quick look at the stats in the second half. Well, Jordan have had a little bit more of the ball, if you will, but about 75% possession for the Phoenix in this game. So they've absolutely bossed possession, but haven't bossed the stats elsewhere. For a ball forward to Gouiri, it's well defended at the back by Al-Arab, who goes back to his goalie, who punts it long. Elsewhere, looking at shots, 6 shots for Jordan, 5 for Algeria, 3 on target for the leaders, only 2 of 5 for Algeria. Keep a hold on the ball. Algeria just even struggling just to find passes and create sequences. The best 2 pieces of the player, well, one of them's gone off and he created those passes. Mahrez timed his run perfectly twice to spring the offside trap, and it was Houdaoui who played the ball both times over the top, so you've lost that with him going off. Apart from that, the left hand side in the opening 15-20 minutes with Gouiri, the forward, going over there, Chaibi, Mazza and Aït-Nouri was very impressive, as Algeria still just have the ball knocking it around, but they've never really penetrated this Jordan defence. Haven't created that real clear-cut chance that I would have expected possibly so far. Bentaleb then brings more control in that midfield. That's nice, edge of the area, strike comes in, straight at the goalkeeper, but it's a good save away. Aït-Nouri on his weaker right boot, it's well over it and scuffs his shot wide, but again that was Bentaleb picking up the ball. He was the one finding a teammate, fizzed it into the feet of Gouiri, but he played a nice first time pass to Mazza. Of course, a good save from Abu Lali. It's a punch away, if you will. That could have gone wrong, but both his fists together, volleyball-esque to punch it away. It was a good punch as well. Aït-Nouri wanted him to at least try and bring it down, keep the attack alive. steady shot. He's as he gets over it, drags it wide more than anything. From that goal kick that looked to go long to Tamari, but it's won in the air by Ben Sibani. And now Algeria coming forward. As I say, maybe the first 15 minutes, just over 10 minutes into the second half, maybe the first 15 minutes approaching the hour mark, you get that goal, you get an equaliser, you say, right, we've got half an hour now. Whereas it goes past the hour mark and Jordan is still leading 1-0. I can imagine nerves will really start to build. Belghali. Mazza to hold it up. Halfway into the Jordan half, it's forced to go back to Ben Sibani. Mazza once again. Ben Taleb. Belghali on the right hand side, 1-2 of himself and Ben Taleb. Finds a nice ball to the right hand side, back to the full back. He's forced to go back. Mazza. Great interception there from Al Mahdi. Tamari is one of the deepest players. Ball played over the top four. El Mahdi nearly gets in behind. Ben Sibani reads it incredibly well. And he's going to get there and keep possession ticking over. Or Algeria. 56 minutes into this Group J clash. It is Jordan 1, Algeria 0. Nizar's 36-minute strike, the difference maker. And at the moment, it puts Jordan level on points in the group with Austria. Argentina, of course, 2 wins out of 2. Perfect so far for Messi and co. 6 points out of 6. 3-0 win versus Algeria, 2-0 win against Austria. 5 goals for Lionel Messi. 2 clean sheets as well, you'd have to say, to boot. As Mahrez on the right-hand side, cross comes in. It's a poor one, and out for a goal kick for Jordan. So we're just going to watch a replay back of the goal. Again, Tamari whiffs at his strike, gets it all wrong, but does take a nick off of his left boot, so it will go down as an assist, if you will. And then Nizar Al Rashdan. As I said, Nizar is on his back. Al Rashdan is the name you might see on a team sheet, for example, but Nizar is on his back, so respectfully, that is what I have been calling him throughout this game. He just gets the outside of his right boot, but kind of pokes it at goal. And scores his country's second ever goal of this competition to give them their first ever lead. This competition as well. To say though, Argentina, top of the group, already qualified. Ball in behind over Tamari, drives into the penalty area, tries to cut back inside. Ben Sibani's there, hitting early with supporting defensive play. Great tackle coming in there. Do they win the ball, Jordan? Yes, they do. But then the second foul, Tamari, as Haddad and Shaibi are down. Ben Sibani was caught by Tamari instead. Watching it back. Does he just get caught there by Shaibi? Oh, it's unfortunate. It's Nizar who's down. Shaibi trying to jump over him. Nizar wins the ball. It's a great tackle. Shaibi does get caught, so I can understand his pain. It's caught on his left leg, but Nizar with a great tackle. As Shaibi is trying to get over Nizar, just takes one in the ribs. It was a Jordan goal scorer, a very awkward one, it has to be said. And then it was Tamari who gave away the foul, going in for Ben Sibani. Both sliding in 50-50. Thankfully no one seriously injured. Could have been a lot worse when you look back on the replay that's just been shown. But Ben Sibani got there first and then was caught, so a bit of an awkward one. Back underway though. Algeria ball, Belghali looking for Marza, too much on it. Now another ball over the top, opportunity. All one on the left hand side. He's going to drive into the penalty box, cuts it back for Tamari. Well defended from Ben Sibani. Was it last off the Algerian defender? Or will it be a Jordan throwing high up on the left hand side? But they're getting in behind this defence now. That's 2 times in almost 2 minutes that Jordan have had a chance. And it will be a throw-in for Al Shama, nickname of Jordan. Throwing high on the left hand side. Flicked on by Al Mahdi and into the arms of the goalkeeper Zidane. No messing around there, just balls it out to Ben Taleb. getting his head up and looking for options. At the moment, Jamal Salami, might be a statue built of him by the Moroccan in Jordan if this continues, and they've been worth the wait as well. They've been absolutely fantastic. They've given as good as they've got. Ball behind looking for Tamari. Too much on it. Out of play. They've defended deep, but they've defended well. They've looked to get on the ball, knock it around when they can. They've looked to get on the counter when they can. I thought they've been superb. Algeria have struggled all evening long. As we're just an hour into this contest, I have to say that Algeria, look, they could go and in Austria, we don't know, as Marza, tricky run, driving forward, still going, edge of the area into the penalty area, strike goes over the bar, gets underneath it. It's the Algerian midfielder. That was great though, just driving forward, just too fast for Al Rawabdet. He just couldn't keep up with Mazza. They had no one supporting him. There were some great runs from Guiri, Chaibi and Mahrez, so they had to kind of follow the runs of defenders, so he was able to drive a little bit further forward. But just over an hour played in San Francisco in Group J. Jordan 1, Algeria 0. What a moment this would be for Jordan, history making, first ever victory in this competition. I'm sure they'd have come into this game thinking, could we get a draw? It's the same against Austria in the first game. Not many teams come into a tournament and win their first game in the competition and draw it, do they? And Sabani, that's a poor pass picked up by the skipper, Olawan. Sprays a lovely pass out to Taha on the left-hand side. Ball into the box, put back for Tamari. Played away as far as the edge of the area. Curling strike comes in and it's just whiskered away from Al Rawabdet. No one closed him down. He took a heavy touch to be really critical of the midfielder, so he was more stretching to get there. It was a curling effort, and that is inches away from being 2-0 Jordan and amounting to climb for Algeria. As I say, looking at the table, of course, in the last game, the last match day of the Group J, it will be Argentina-Jordan. Argentina are already through. Perhaps Jordan can spring a surprise there. As they're coming forward now, Algeria, Guiri, edge of the area back to Mazza. Out to defend him there. Still has it, does a tricky midfielder. Too many red jerseys there, though. And come away with it with Nizar. Great play. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he does. Left-hand side. Himself and Al Rawab there have been fantastic in the middle of the field. But Algeria win it coming forward. Mahrez, too quick, too strong. Overlapping run on the left-hand side. Ball back into the box, looking for Mazza. Cleared away and out for a throw-in. High on the right-hand side. Will be Belghali to take. We'll see though at the moment, Algeria. So for them to do, ball into the box. Belghali, heavy touch. Tahar is there to defend. Poor clearance. Al-Mahdi is there to help out defensively. He does as best as he can, but loses out to a throw-in. Mahrez quickly to the edge of the area for Bentaleb. Will swing one into the box. Header comes in. It might have been going wide from Ben Bouadi, but it's into the keeper's hands regardless. I'm just not sure if it was off target or never really had the pace. I think it's just going off target, but the keeper deals with it anyway. Looks to go long quickly for Tamari, and it goes from goalkeeper to goalkeeper, and he rolls it out. Zidane into Mandi. Downside Belghali trying to stretch his Jordan side. They've been excellent in the just over an hour of this Group J clash. Nuri. Very quiet that left-hand side for Algeria in this second half. Dominant in the first, it has to be said, but the second half has been poor. Belghali. Further wide to Mahrez. Great run, takes it past his man Abu Dahab, and that will be a free kick, and that will be the first yellow card for Jordan. The only yellow carded player on the field as well. Zarouki picked one up in the first half, so it's the second yellow card of the game. And of course, he went off at half-time for Bentaleb. So the only yellow carded player on the field is Abu Dahab. This is a really dangerous free kick though, Mahrez. That's how just quick he can be with the drop of the shoulder. He hasn't really maybe got the pace he did back in his days for the Foxes. But my word, is he still as tricky as ever. It will be Mahrez to take, and he's a skipper, he's a main man. Set piece duty for Mahrez as per usual. For the first time, referee this evening, the Slovenian Slavko Vincic, having words in the penalty area with players about pushing and about shoving. Mahrez, delivery has to be perfect here. Jordan are packing that box defensively. Algeria have a lot of white jerseys in there themselves. Still yet to be taken. Referee, he's happy. Or is he? Now he's having words with Hassan Haddad, the skipper. Goalkeeper for a moment, Abu Lali, wasn't happy. Now the free kick is taken. Mahrez off the head of Mazza. But he did take a deflection as it went over. Mazza off the head, and I do believe of Nasib. So it will be a corner for Algeria on the far side. So going all the way from one side to another, practically. Said Algeria left to right in this first half from the broadcast view. It will be Chaibi to take this far-sided corner. It will be an in-swinger. It's a good delivery. Keeper comes to claim. It's a good punch away. Only as far as Mahrez on the right-hand side. Swings it to the edge of the area. It near it. Nearly open up for a shot, but Jordan closed him down. Out to the left of Chaibi. Decent ball into the box. Headed right up into the air. Cleared away only as far as Marza. Back to Mahrez. He's on a 2-on-1, and we know where he wants to go. He needs that overlapping run. He needs some support. Back to Marza. Mahrez. That's better than an overlapping run from Mazza. Back to one of the players who's trained in Germany. Quick feet, tries to get past Jordan on the fence, but again, there's two there. You need at least someone coming over to help him out. So it will be a throw in on the right hand side. Mahrez to take. Level with the penalty area. Looking at his teammates and seeing him move. I need some help here. I need someone to be able to throw the ball to. Doesn't to Ben Sabani. Edge of the area. Mazza, heavy touch. Well defended by Taha. He's had a really good game at left wing back, I do have to say. Gets his head up, just goes long looking for maybe a runner of Tamari. Well, calmly headed away well there. At the back. Ball forward, last off of Al Mahdi, and I think Algeria struggling. Jordan, I'll say they've defended so much, but they still look full alive. They're not fatiguing defensively. Ball rolled into the feet of Belghali. Very wide Mahrez once again. Driving forward. Nice football. Finds Belghali. Left hand side. Cuts in. Crosses in. Played away out for a corner. They are just, as I said, Jordan aren't looking fatigued. Looks like Algeria just twisting and turning the key. Getting their tempo right. Getting the pressure right. Mahrez once again in swing. A decent delivery. Header in! And Algeria have the equaliser. Ben Bouadi is a man. It was a beautiful ball in from Riyad Mahrez. Who else? He's put in some great deliveries, but Jordan have defended so well. And it is the forward, the 26-year-old Ben Bouali, who gets the equaliser in only his 5th appearance for Algeria, his 2nd ever goal. Now the momentum, it has to be said, he's with Algeria. 6'2" forward. He's come on, he's added a lot of presence in the box. It's a good ball into by Mahrez. He jumps above 2 players. Nothing the goalkeeper can do. Abu Lali, he's stretching to get there. It's a lovely header, cushioned. The delivery does it all. Just guided into the back of the net. That's exactly what Ben Bouali does. Vladimir Petkovic celebrates. He knows how important that one is. And now they have more than enough time to calm themselves, calm nerves, keep on top of this match, and maybe look to go for the winners. Jordan play a long ball forward. That's a poor pass back, and nearly letting Jordan right back into the lead. Just 20 minutes of the 90 left. It's Jordan 1, Algeria 1, unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of this Group J clash. Will we have some drama to continue for 20 minutes? Algeria look like they've got the bit between the teeth now. Marza on the left-hand side, ball into the box, edge of the area. Nuri still goes with it, fizzes the ball into the box, headed away by Al Arab. And as far as Bentaleb, cuts back inside on his left boot, floats one. Looking for Mahrez on the right-hand side, nowhere near. Enough power on that. And now Jordan, ball forward to Tamari. Just have to do it all on his own unless some red jerseys fly forward to help him. Algeria, it's almost that second win. They've got that goal. They feel confident now. They feel like they can go and win this game. It's like Jordan definitely going to make a change. The next time the ball goes out of play, look at the Algerian bench. Looks like Petrovic is quite happy, it has to be said. Tennis in the middle. Won well by Bentaleb. Nuri to Chaibi. Back to Maza. Up forward. 1-2. Back to Maza. Well defended by Nasib. Now driving forward. Olwan. He does well to get past his opponent. Almari's driving forward. It's Olwan to his left-hand side, going alone. Strike is at the goalkeeper, nearly spills it, does it, Dan? It was a powerful, low-driven effort. The goalkeeper deals with it in the end. Ball still not out of play, so Jordan yet to make their substitute. Of course, we're just over 70, well, we're into the 72nd minute, I should say. So the hydration break will be very soon to follow. I can imagine even the next time the ball goes out of play, there could be a hydration break. I'm quite surprised the referee didn't call for it after the goal was scored. Could have been a perfect time around the 68th minute. Guiri. Is it back to Nuri? Is it Nuri brought down there? Yes, it is. Just maybe a clip of the heels there by the skipper, Haddad. First, I thought the referee was issuing for a stretcher possibly there. He looked over and pointed something, or maybe an injury. It's unfortunate, Haddad, it's getting nothing malicious. He brings him down as he's trying to sprint away. He kind of, maybe with his stud, catches the back of Nuri's head, and he kind of, as soon as he does it, he does apologise, and it helps Nuri back to his feet. So I think maybe the referee was at first looking for a head injury, so looking for some medical assistance. Instead waved it off as Nuri would have to leave the field, and maybe some people thought it was hydration break being called as well. 72.5 minutes on the clock. Very wide on the left hand side, almost over with the penalty box, if you're on the left hand side near the byline. Free kick opportunity. Mahrez takes it short to Mazu, goes for a strike straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, but my word, did Chaibi get some force and power behind that one. Well held by the goalkeeper. He catches it so nice. I know it's straight to the keeper, but that could have easily almost, the goalkeeper rebounds it, bundles it into an on-rushing forward perhaps for Algeria. Right hand side, trying to go past his man there is Almari. Last off of Norwich, so now out for a throw-in, and that is an opportunity as the ball is out of break for the hydration break to be called. What a game this has been in San Francisco. I know possibly on the on paper, and you look at certain games and you go, oh, that's a mouth-watering clash in the groups. And I think match day 3 has a couple of them. Norway, France should be an absolute cracker. As far as I'm concerned, both sides have won 2 out of 2. Match day 3 maybe has a bit more on the line than certain games. Scotland, Brazil will be a fantastic one as well. Perhaps you look on paper and go, Jordan, Algeria, that's an on paper weaker game. But for anyone who has joined, a warm welcome. Thank you for joining us. You will know this has been an absolute barnstormer of a game. Jordan taking the lead for the first time in their history at this competition. The first time they've ever qualified, taking advantage of the expanded tournament. Algeria looking to keep their hopes alive, if you will. It's their first tournament since 2014 in Brazil. Vladimir Petkovic in the hot seat, realistically, as the Algerian boss. A lot of reports saying that if it was to be a poor tournament, anyway, his job could be on the line. As I say, a warm welcome if you are joining. Thank you as well. It is unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary on action from Matchday 2 in Group J on the fine San Francisco Stadium. Just about after 9:30 local time, so a little bit cooler in the evening for the hot North American weather over the summer. But it is Jordan 1, Algeria 1. A shock lead in the first half, going to half-time for Jordan. Lovely play down the left-hand side. Abu Tahar ball into the box. Whiffed that by Tamari. Took a deflection off his left boot. He got it all wrong. But following up was Nizar. Just with his right boot outside, just kind of poking it at goal. Found the back of the net. That was a superb finish. And the 29-year-old. And then just 5 minutes or so ago, corner for Mahrez. Well, taken by Mahrez for Algeria. Put it on to a great position, pace and power. And Ben Bouali, a great leap, and just the cross was everything it needed to be, so he could just get the leap up, guided in the corner. Fantastic finish from the forward, the 26-year-old, 6'2" striker. And it's Jordan 1, Algeria 1, just about to get underway. A change for both teams as Haji Musa is going to come on for Mahrez. And there's a change as well for Jordan. Al Mahdi will be the man making way. He's had a really good game as one of them fought free as Ode Fakhouri is a man to replace him, so fresh legs for either side. That's the first change as well for Jordan. Algeria made a double at half time, so they've still got 2 changes left to Vladimir Petkovic and co. Again, Mahrez was an injury where he didn't start against Argentina. Understand why, probably more prepped to come on in this and start in this game and be an effect. And look, he's got an assist, so you can't deny that, but the man who plays his trade in Holland, and is Haj Musa, is on in his place. Coming forward is Algeria. Marza, edge of the area, so many red jerseys, but picks out Musa on the right hand side, looks to win a corner. It'll be a goal kick, well defended by Tahar, and Abu Dahab to almost double up and win that corner for their side. Again, I don't think a draw would not be terrible for Jordan at all. With their first points ever in this competition. For Algeria, it would be a disappointing and underwhelming point, and they were really big favourites coming into this game. It will be all or nothing against Austria. They have to win that game to qualify. Jordan, Algeria, 8 shots for Jordan, 13 for Algeria, 4 on target for Jordan, 6 on target for the side that equalised maybe 5 minutes or so, maybe even more, closer to 10. Just over 10 minutes to go, 79 minutes into this game. Of course, these are stoppages for substitutions. The goal, of course, hydration break, that's an easy 2 or 3 minutes added on to post 90 minutes in this game. So I'd say we've just got less than, let's say, 20 minutes overall of this game to go. Will either team be able to find a winner? Bentaleb halfway into the Jordan half. Maybe this is where legs start to fatigue. Ball into the box, falls for Musa, saved and wide. They are starting, as I said, to turn the key, turn the screw at Algeria. Marza finding the overlapping Bellinghali, pulls it back, and there's a bit of a snapshot. He won the corner for his side, and Musa will be the man to take it as well. Will be an in-swinger from this near side. If he puts anything close to the Mahrez delivery, this could be 2-1 to Algeria. Referee once again just having a few words. We are ready to take this on. In-swinger from Musa, comes up, keeper comes to claim it, punch it away. It's a good one. Only as far as it, Nori on that left-hand side. Mazza, quick turn away from his man, still in the corner flag and looking for a teammate as well. He might have been clipped, but the ball was already out of play maybe by the time that he was down on the deck. Well defended though, I have to say, doubling up there, Nassib and Dad. What the wing-backs have done really well is help out their wide centre-backs, if you will, to make sure they don't get into a world full of trouble against the wingers, the likes of Mahrez or Chaibi, and now Musa coming on. The wing-backs have really helped out the wide centre-backs, and credit to the likes of Al Mahdi, who's come off, and now him and Al-Wan, the wide players in behind Tamari, they've got back and helped out their defending teammates as well, ever so well. So credit to Jordan so far. They're pressing the ball high up the field here, but Algeria will beat the press. The lovely back heel from Belghali finds Musa on the right hand side, fresh legs. He looks very lively, looks electric. He wants to go back on his left boot. As he won another corner, he will. Would say Al Rawabdeh, he defended him extremely well there, but there is that certain thing, if you get some fresh legs, it does make it really awkward for you. Another corner from the same side of the goal. Musa will take the in-swinger once again, but once again the referee's having words, and not for the first time, with the skipper Haddad. Looking at the man with the armband on now, with Mandy as well, having a word with him. Corner, he's ready to be taken though. Arm in the air from Musa. Good delivery into the box. It's been scrambled and it's found the back of the net. And then it's Guiri, the man running off celebrating. In the second half, come back 1-0 down at half time. 2 goals in just about 15 minutes from set pieces for Algeria. That time, there was a lovely header for the first goal for the equaliser from Ben Bouali. That one was a scrappy, ugly one. Might even go down as an own goal. But Algeria will not care as they do lead this game now. For 2 corners, 2 set pieces, Jordan have been unravelled by that. They've put so much into this game. Guiri, the man, number 9 on his back, and that man celebrating that goal. The corner comes in from Musa. There might be a good long VAR look at this, as the header is won. Does it come off a Jordan player though? The strike comes in from Guiri. He makes a great run at the back sticks. He gets on the end of that header, and then it comes off the bobbles off the goalkeeper and then off Abu Taha. The question is when the ball is swung, who gets a touch in the area? If it comes off an Algerian head, I think that Guiri is offside. Comes off of a Jordan head, he is onside, obviously, because it didn't come off his teammate. Jordan are going to make a double change. Waiting for confirmation of who is coming on and who is coming off. There is still a VAR check underway. Of course, you would probably sit here and say, well, as the ball comes into the box, this will be a much better look. Mandy is there. Does it come off his head? It comes off the left shoulder of Tamari. So although when it comes off of the Jordan player, again, or does it come off? I mean, it's a back Ben Sabani. Does it come off the left shoulder of Ben Sabani and then on to Nizar? It could be a long VAR check. But again, if it is given that it's come off of the Jordan midfielder, Guerri is fine. He's onside. What a big moment in this game this will be. There's a double change coming up though. Double change for both sides, actually, I should say. Might even be a triple for Algeria. Definitely is a double for Jordan. I will bring you the full confirmation of who's on and who's off in a moment. It's like Kate Nouri's game. He's done for Algeria. He's one of the players making way. Could be some important substitutions, of course. This check, and these substitution minutes will just be added on to any stoppage time. Well, Guerri, he's coming off as well. Well, what a way for your last touch of the ball is to score the goal to put you side in the lead. Again, watching the VAR review, he's just onside. He is inches onside, so regardless of whether it came off of a teammate or not, he is onside. So the goal will go stand, the goal will count. 85 minutes on the clock. Jordan 1, Algeria 2. A second half comeback from the Phoenix here. Nizar scored in the first half for Jordan, but 2 goals from set pieces, one from Ben Bouali, the substitute, with a lovely cushioned header in the 70th minute. And then Guerri, 82nd minute strike. Poacher's instinct of a finish from Guerri from a set piece puts Algeria 2-1 up. And it is his last almost kick of the game as Altmari comes off as well. Aziali and Abu Shish are onto the field for Jordan. But for the Marseille forward, it is his 11th goal for Algeria and his 26th cap. So a great goal scoring record for Marseille, it has to be said. 42 appearances in France, 21 goals, and it's not a bad return as Nouri and Guri come off just officially. Being subs, Belad and Hajam are on in case, and in place I should say, for them. So fresh legs, and I believe that is all the substitutions used up for Algeria. Jordan, I believe they have a couple more to make. Ball over the top here, looking for Ben Bouali. You can imagine as well, the credit to Petkovic. He went very strong at half-time with Bentaleb coming on to be almost a sitting defensive midfielder next to Mazza, but Mazza also being the attacking midfielder. It was almost a back three. Everyone else get forward of Bentaleb, Ben Sabali and Mandi. And it's worked out for Algeria at the moment. To be a late sting in the tail here at San Francisco Stadium. Jordan, 3-1 loss against Austria in the opening game. Matchday 1 of Group J. Staring down the barrel with 2-1 loss on matchday 2. Ball forward looking for the run of all one. It's one well in the air though by Ben Sabani. Knocks it back to the goalkeeper Zidane, who punts it long. Now maybe even it could be Algeria who, again, smartly so, have brought on those defensive players and don't want to give Jordan any attacking opportunities if they can help it. They've won the ball in the middle, played out to Musa on the right hand side. He's going to slow it down. Less than 2 minutes of the 90 to go. He finds the corner, and will he find a corner? Yes, he does. A very, very clever play from the Feyenoord man. And now it's just about that final whistle. That is all they want to hear. Ball into the box, flicked on at the front post, at the back sticks there. Marza is saved away. Just trying to get in there, poking in the back of the net save. Well, now Jordan looking to swiftly play on the counter-attack. Ball forward. It's brought down nicely by Bakuri. Inside it to Haddad. Trying to hit on the counter. They're still just of the pace and Algeria have the ball is back. Then Marzi just stretching to get there, and it's off the left boot of Abu Lali. Kind of just doesn't know anything about it, but he's in the right place, right time defensively. Sometimes you just get the look in, sometimes you don't. Well, look, spinning for Algeria in the second half in open play. Maybe they've been underwhelming. I would say they've been underwhelming. But 2 goals from set pieces have been the difference maker. Less than 30 seconds of the 90 here. Algeria, although they'll be behind Austria, ball into the box on the right hand side, looking for the run there of All-One. Bensibani wins in, and Bentele punts it to the left hand side. The fourth official's ball going up in a few seconds. It'll be interesting to see how much stoppage time we have on the end of this intense, interesting second half. 7 minutes of stoppage time. For Jordan, you'd say that's probably enough for us to maybe create just one chance. For Algeria, that's looking like a long 7 minutes. It has to be said, Algeria have made all their subs. Jordan have got 2 left, and they're going to make them shortly. Ball forward looking for Ben Bouali. Al Arab does well in the air to win that. Closed down by Chaibis. Double substitution is going to be made now with the ball out of play. Ali All-One will be the man to make way firstly. He's had a spectacular game, of course. He got the goal against Austria. He's got their first ever goal in this competition, a history maker for his country. But his side is done and dusted as Obayad and Obzadi are coming on. There's also Abud Ahab at the centre back, so they are going to take a risk here at Jordan. Taking a defender off and throwing an extra body in the forward areas. Algeria do win the ball in the middle. Looking for Ben Bouali. He's Seru, tries to bring it down to Mazza. This one on the right hand side. Haddad looking to play it quickly down the right hand side. Too much on that one. Throwing for Algeria. Hajim to Bensibani. Zidane will go long to the left hand side. Marza doesn't win it, but he lets it just trickle through because it was last off the defender Nasib. Those Algeria fans, I mean, it's been a packed out San Francisco Stadium. It's been a great atmosphere, it has to be said. Those Algeria fans are the ones singing now and singing the loudest. Belgali supposed to go back to Mandi and now into Bensibani. They'd love a third, but they just want to make sure they make no mistakes. Well, that is a mistake there from Marsden. Maybe he's got a bit of a tired leg out there. He's done so much in this game. He's been involved since minute 1. And now down the right hand side, here come Jordan. Have they got one last opportunity in them? They've made the subs in forward areas, right hand side. Can they find a ball into the box? Great tackle from Bensibani. And is it knocked off to Jordan forward? It is. Abuzarek, lovely play by Bensibani to win the ball and then just nick it off of him. Watching the second goal back, I think it does come off the head of Bensibani. Then off of the left shoulder of, I want to say it's Nizar. There's so many bodies in the way. When it comes off of Bensibani though, Guerri is onside. No doubt about it when watching the replays. It'll go down as his goal. And number 9 coming up clutch for Algeria. Right place, right time. It was a header, won well in the middle. Great delivery from Musa. Can't take that away from him. He came on for Mahrez. You'd have to say that was that the right decision. You see a name like Mahrez going off on ball over the top. Too much on it for Jordan on the left hand side from Al Arab, and out of play for a goal kick for Algeria. Jamal Salami, can't believe it. It's a great finish from Guri as well, getting in front of his man Taha. And you see him celebrating with those Algeria fans in the stands, what it means to them. the first 45 minutes and that 15-minute half-time break, it'd have been a real sucker punch. You can imagine feelings down, heads down. But as it stands, we've just played over 4.5 minutes of stoppage time, but as it stands, it'll be the complete opposite come the full-time whistle. Musa, right-hand side, the tricky winger beats his man, plays it back into Ben Taleb, looking for the feet of Chaibi. Heavy touch and Al-Arab will win it. Floats it long, nice first few touches forward. And that's a poor pass from Nizar, and a lovely piece of play from Hajam to win the ball. Can he unleash a forward player? He can. Mazza looking for options attacking again, though, with just over 2 minutes of stoppage time to play. Algeria just looking to not make any mistakes. Bentaleb over the top for Mazza, tries to flick it over his defender. He does. The defender tries to get a touch on it. It's out of play. The only question is it a corner or a goal kick? I believe it's a goal kick for Jordan. As Algerian fans, as I say, in the stands, they've been great credit to the Jordan fans as well. Another game with top tier elite fan interactions and fan atmosphere. As it is a corner, apologies. Musa tries to keep it in the corner and alive. 1-2 from himself and Marza. He's offside as Musa. He goes out for a throw-in. Quickly for Jordan. That's a poor clearance. Picked up by Ben Taleb. Just over 60 seconds left. That's a poor pass from Musa. Out of play for a throw-in. Those glum faces of those Jordan fans. And this is what football is. This is what this competition is all about. It's first 45 minutes was maybe the best first 45 or any 45 minutes in Jordan's footballing history. And taking their first ever lead in this tournament and leading at half-time as well to boot. Whereas come the full-time whistle, they'll be falling to, as it is and as it stands, a 2-1 defeat to Algeria. And unfortunately, although they've scored in both games, 2 games and 2 defeats in their debut edition of this competition. Musa on the right hand side just flicks it off his opponent and it's out for a throw in less than 30 seconds of the 7 minutes to go. Is a late drama, or has Vladimir Petkovic and co done enough? Throw it into Bembouali. Belkhali 1-2. Algeria now with the ball high up the field. Musa rolls it down the byline to Belkhali. Fizzes one into the box. It's cleared away. Just about to hit 7 minutes. Could there be a counter here for Jordan? There might have been, but Ben Taleb, clever play, wins the ball, intercepts it perfectly timed, and wins a free kick to boot as well, halfway into the Jordan half. And that could be all she wrote from the San Francisco Stadium. No, it's not. The ball goes out to Musa on the right hand side. He's been fantastic in his cameo into Marza, and that will be the full-time whistle blown by the official Slavko Vincic. Well, what a tale of two halves. The first 45 minutes was history-making for Jordan, whereas the second 45 was a 2-goal comeback from Algeria. Lizar with the opener on the 36-minute mark, giving Jordan their second ever goal in this competition's history and their first ever lead in this tournament ever. But goals from set pieces in the second half. One, a great header from Bembouali, and the second one, an ugly, scrappy finish from Guerri. He and Algeria will not care to make it 2-1, as at half-time they were down 1-0 with Algeria, but a second half comeback gives them all 3 points. Glum faces from Jordan, but they've got so much to be proud of. But it is Algeria under a lot of pressure coming into this game. They're the ones that come away with all 3 points. An impressive second half comeback following that underwhelming first 45 minutes. Full time from San Francisco Stadium in Group J. It finished Jordan 1, Algeria 2. Thanks for joining.